Hello, well, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I took a break from Garbogast, the month of reading trashy literature, to join Women in Translation, where I read a book, The Memory Police by Yoko or Ogawa. And this is a book translated from the Japanese by Stephen Snyder. It was published in English in 2019. Now, The Memory Police is a dystopian novel. It is set on an unnamed island. It has an unnamed main character. She is a novelist, and she lives in a repressive regime. Items in this regime are declared disappeared. And what that means is that the government is saying that these items no longer exist, and that the people are no longer allowed to remember that these items ever existed. An example would be perfume. If the government declares perfume does not exist, all perfume in society must disappear. Now, that does not mean it magically disappears. That means that the residents get rid of perfume and forget that perfume ever existed. However, some people are a little more reluctant to comply. They remember that these items once existed. And for these people, they have to deal with the memory police. The memory police will take people away and do something with them. When the memory police comes for you, you don't come back. You disappear for real. So, as I said, this is a dystopian novel. However, it competes with at least two 500-pound gorillas in the dystopian genre. And that would be 1984 by George Orwell and The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Now, there may be some other 500-pound gorillas in the dystopian genre, but for the purposes of this review, I'm going to say those are the two 500-pound gorillas. The Memory Police is not a 500-pound gorilla. It is more like a 100-pound gorilla. And I'm not saying that this is a bad book. It has its very good points. But when you are dealing with the 500-pound gorillas in dystopian literature, you feel that repressive regime. You feel the fear of Winston Smith about what Big Brother might be doing. You can feel the fear in that book. In The Handmaid's Tale, for Offred, you feel that fear in Gilead. You feel her fear of who is one of the eyes, if I got that technical term right. It's been a long time since I read that book. But that fear is palpable. It is absolutely part of the book. And when you read those two 500-pound gorillas of dystopian literature, you feel the fear that the characters feel. When I read this book, yes, the main character, who was a novelist, felt fear for the memory police. But I did not share in that fear as I shared the fear of Winston Smith and Offred. Now, it is a bit unfair for me to be comparing this book to those 500-pound gorillas. This is not really a bad book. And I think it does have some lessons for modern society. Because the people in this repressive regime go along with the dictates of the memory police in forgetting common items and saying that these items no longer exist. And then you have the people who resist. And these people who resist must be hidden. And there is an underground movement who will hide these people. And as I was doing a chat earlier this morning, one of the commenters mentioned when I said that I was reading The Memory Police is that this book felt a little bit like the Diary of Anne Frank. And I don't remember who that commenter was. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. But I'm not, I think that is a fairly accurate description. The main character, the novelist, hides someone who has something to fear for the memory police. And you get that. But again, I did not feel that fear that I felt in 1984 or The Handmaid's Tale. That does not mean this is a bad book. I think this is an okay book. This is an average book. I'm glad I read it. I am glad I participated in Women in Translation. And if you like dystopian literature, do check this book out. But don't expect the 500-pound gorilla that will cause you fear. Keep on reading.